Hey folks, welcome to Connection Point. James Hilliard with you, and today pleased to have Mark Levin join all of us. He is a partner development manager on the data center architecture team with Cisco. Excited to talk about Cisco's application-centric infrastructure and how it can simplify, optimize, and accelerate your application deployment lifecycle in next-generation data centers and clouds. So Mark, thanks for taking time and joining us today.
James, thanks very much for having me. Thanks for the invite.
Hey, 15 years you've been at Cisco. You talk with a lot of customers and partners, and you've had this focus and really right now laser focus on helping teams really establish and grow their data center practices. Want to start our chat with what goal, overarching goal, do you hear from teams when they say, hey, Mark, we want to modernize our data center because we want to achieve X?
Typically, it's around business agility and efficiency and finding ways to save money and do more with less. And the ability of the modern next-generation data center gives you just that ability. And we're kind of in this transition point where networks, as they are today, need to run better, faster, stronger. So there's a transition, for example, from a 1 gig backbone to a 10 gig backbone, all the way up to 100 gig. And the reason why is, James, is that it's all about the applications that these companies are running, whether it be SAP HANA or Oracle, what have you, Microsoft, and they need to run and run well all the time. So it's that aspect of having the applications and making a company more agile that's really the big driver out there. There are a couple of acronyms that I wanted to introduce to you. One is called SDN, Software Defined Networking. That's an industry term that basically represents the ability of a network to run on a policy basis, to set certain policies to allow a network and an application to run much more efficiently. Now, the Cisco version of SDN, or Software Defined Networking, is what we call ACI, Application Centric Infrastructure. That's the Cisco branded version of this industry term, SDN. So those are two acronyms I wanted to introduce to you.
And we'll go more into ACI in just a moment here. But overall, let's start a little bit higher of what you see Cisco doing to help companies reach that goal of that overall agility.
So this transition is real, and it's happening today. And what Cisco has done, we've introduced some kind of groundbreaking technology centered around our Nexus 9000 switching platform to specifically drive SDN, or what we call ACI applications. And it really provides a great platform to do any type of data center infrastructure. It's brand new. It's really gaining a lot of momentum out there in the market.
We'll talk a little bit and see some quotes about that momentum in just a little bit here. But ACI now, let's start drilling down a little bit further, more detail on what ACI actually is.
Great question. And as you may know about data centers and networks today, data center administrators often have to go in and program a switch or a router or a server on a box-by-box basis. So it is somewhat labor-intensive, and you have to be careful in terms of getting this new equipment introduced into a data center in terms of how you do it. Make sure you do it without any disruption. Well, in an ACI environment, you've got the ability to set up policies, and these policies are derived from the application expert in a certain customer's business, the security expert, perhaps the network expert. They take all their expertise and develop policies about how they want the network to act and how they want their applications to operate on that network. So these policies create a way for the network to work in a very efficient manner with very rapid deployment, again, with an eye on making sure those applications run and run well all the time.
Obviously, anytime an organization makes some type of transformation of technology, they're looking for, we want to be better tomorrow than we are today. So what are some of the business benefits that either folks are expecting to see, might be reporting back already that they are seeing?
Yeah, there are some very distinct benefits from a business level in terms of running applications on a much more agile basis. They can be deployed quicker, whether it's an Oracle deployment or Microsoft environment. Whatever application you're running, they're going to deploy and run a lot more efficiently with ACI, in some cases up to 8% reduction of network provisioning. And there's other hard savings too. For example, a CapEx reduction of up to 25%, reduced management costs, which is huge, especially if you're actually the person that's managing and working with the network. That ability to gain more time to do those complex tasks a lot easier is definitely a payoff with ACI.
And I'm just looking now as we move on our next slide here. A lot of support here. You've got many companies and industry analyst types. I mean, there's momentum around this.
There is indeed. This aspect of software-defined networking is an industry-wide phenomenon, and our ACI solution at Cisco is really gaining momentum very quickly. In a very short amount of time, we've been out there very aggressively with the Nexus 9K in conjunction with our partners, and this product it hits a very aggressive price point in addition to the very powerful application support it provides. And so I think you'll see, James, that we're seeding this product out there currently with customers, and this is going to gain momentum and kind of snowball effect over time as people embrace and really learn a lot more about ACI.
Hey, Mark, as final kind of takeaways here, either things that we should be thinking about, places that we can go to get more information as we think about modernizing our data center.
Well, what's great about this solution is that the folks at PC Connection, Government Connection, and More Direct really understand this technology and have experts on staff to articulate to any customer what the solution is and what the business benefits are.
Hey, well, thank you, Mark. Great place for us to wrap up. And folks, if you do want to learn more about the products and services that can help you select and deploy any of the Cisco products, then turn to PC Connection. We'll help you optimize your infrastructure with the right solutions for your organization with a full range of services and support. You can learn more at pcconnection.com, or you're invited to call 1-800-800-0014 if you want to email connect@pcconnection.com. With that, we're going to wrap things up. Again, my name is James Hilliard. Thanks for joining us here on Connection Point.